me on airplane mode. You can put me on. You still gotta think about me. Want someone to hold. You can put me on airplane mode. You can put me on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another edition of the Tuesday Night Flight, brought to you by the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. Right now, you see the two of us. It is the boss and the Midnight Rider. We are, I guess we're honorary Spartans in some sense of the word.
Yeah. I consider myself an honorary Spartan. I can do that.
Yeah. So tonight on the Tuesday Flight, we're gonna bring you our constants. Starting off with the JC Top 10. We got the list for you. We end up doing the nickel, and I'm missing something else. What are we missing? No, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Nickel,
That's all we're doing. All right,
list,
cool.
JC Top 10.
All right, man. So first and foremost, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I am good. I'm actually on vacation this week, so
that's right.
Doing a lot of running around. How about you, man? How you feeling?
You want to take a vacation from your vacation?
I can't. No. The vacation is to do more work.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like I need to be frozen on my next vacation, and then they can,
Right.
Yeah, that's how it is. But quick before we get to everything, we got to start the show off, and it's crazy. On drive time, Matty Ice always ends with cherish your loved ones. You never know what tomorrow holds. I know those aren't the exact words, but it's somewhere along the lines of that. And we lost a junkie today, a supporter of the show, somebody that's always in the comments, that just commented on something yesterday. It's unreal right now. Because it's just one of those things. Ryder, I'll let you take over and take us through this.
Rest in peace to Miss Verling Williams. There was a point in time that if you saw me, you saw her. If you saw her, you saw me. She used to always sit on my back porch. She was one of the first people there when my dad passed. We've always had a relationship ever since. She's probably one of our biggest promoters. I can't tell you how many times I'm sitting, like we're talking outside, and she calls somebody over. You see his podcast? Here go his podcast right here, and she got it up on the screen. She used to always call me, and I think she knew what days of the week the show was, but she'd call me pretty much every day and be like, "We gonna be on TV today?" I was like, "TV?" On the phone. I was like, "Yeah, man, we on YouTube. We got a podcast tonight." And she couldn't call it a podcast. She stumbled over the word. She like podcast. You know what I'm talking about. And I don't know, man. It's been a tough day. But just knowing her, because she probably tapping somebody right now on the shoulder in heaven right now and telling them he is on TV. So it's a beautiful thing to see somebody live. I want to say she was 69, somewhere between 69 and 71. She used to always talk about her boyfriend kicking her ass, and it took me a while to realize that she was just talking about arthritis. She always would tell people the story. First time you meet her and you talk about me, the first story you're gonna get is when I used to walk her son to school when he was 9. I've known this woman the whole span of my lifetime. She's one of those people that she couldn't remember names, so everybody got a nickname. No, it don't matter what your name is to everybody else in the neighborhood. Like my boy Rick T, he was old school. This dude Jackman, his nickname was FedEx. And that's the only way she remembered you. She didn't remember you by anything else. You could have told her your name 20 times, but her nickname is the one that's official. Man, it's just I don't even know what else to do, man. What else to say? Because it's so much just good stuff. Like I've never seen a woman walk in the neighborhood, and every time somebody walk past, they're like, "Hey, Ma V, hey, Ma V," and then she'll get real close to me and be like, "Who was that?" I'm like, "Ma, they know you. I don't know them." So she'd be like, "Yeah," and then trying to think of anything else I can say of hers. She always had sayings, and like if she always had something for you, it was like a drug transaction. Like she'd have to pull you away from everybody else and like reaching my coat. I'm like, why am I reaching your coat, lady? She's like, reaching my coat. I'm like, all right. And then I get a little, it'd be like a pint or something. And I'm just like, all right. But nah, man, beautiful spirit. One of the best people ever. She used to always call me and like, when you gonna take me on a date? I'm like, Ma, I ain't dating you. She's like, nah, you know what I mean? Take me to Burger King. It's like, I'll do it. Just give me some time. Give me some time. But yeah, man, just a giving spirit, a gentle soul. Definitely will be missed. I can't. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say nothing else, man.
No, what you said is beautiful, and I think it really does sum up her as a person. Me personally, I've never met her, but just seeing her in the comments all the time, watching the show, supporting us, means a lot. It does. It does. It means a lot. And this is from everybody at the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. Fly high, Miss V. You will be missed. And she was a staple of the network. And that's what I was talking about. You could feel the love through the comments. You didn't have to meet her. She was just that type of energy transfers, and it's genuine. So I don't think it's too much more that can be said. Rest in peace.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for your support. And it's just like I said, it's unreal.
Oh.
She just
One of her newest things was she'd catch me out of the blue. She'd walk up to me and be like, "You said," and she started talking about something from the show. And then I'd be like, "What?" She's like, "You remember the other night on the show? You said something about blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Ma, I do like 5 shows a week. I don't know what you do." She's like, "Nah, it was you and the other guy." I was like, "Who's the other guy?" "The white one." "Oh, okay, Ma. All right. I remember the show now. Okay." All right. But nah, man, it's just, yeah, man.
And we got a comment from the gentleman Jack Carr that'll be on the show shortly. Rest easy, Miss V. Much love. Like I said, that's from everybody on the network.
That's what I was gonna say. No, I'm glad you brought up what I meant when I interrupted you the first time to say. She was like, "I don't speak your language, but I'm gonna always support your show because I don't know what y'all be talking about. But since you're doing it, I'm gonna follow it." So that's what that was. It was genuine. She had no idea what we was talking about.
But she's supporting it.
She supported us, man. Now I'm done. I promise I'm done.
No. You're good, man. Much love. Rest in peace to Miss V. Williams. You will be dearly missed. Let's go ahead and add the gentleman Jack Carr to the show. Gentleman Jack, evening to you. How you doing, sir?
Sound, baby.
You got to hit that mute button, gentleman Jack.
Because you know what happened, right?
You monster.
He thought he had it all set up and he was good to go. He was going to jump in and just start talking. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I did. I sure as hell did. I thought I was set like a bet, boy. I got everything laid out. No microphone turned on, no Chuck. Come on, fool. But Nah, man, I'm glad I got here in time to hear y'all talking about Miss V. When that news broke to me today, my heart hurt, man, because she welcomed me into y'all's group too. And I heard Midnight Rider say, you were the one with that white guy. I mean, she knew us.
Yeah.
She knew us. She didn't understand what we was talking about, but she got to know all of us. And I loved, I always, damn it, I always said hi, Miss V, when she says hello to the guys, that's gonna suck not seeing her comment anymore. But God bless Miss V and her family, and you too, man. God bless you, brother. I know you was
I appreciate
she
that.
was your people's.
So yeah, so we here for you, man. So this show is
Pretty much.
dedicated to her. So
All right.
gentlemen, let's strap in the seat and do what we do best and talk some sports. So first up, we're gonna put the gentleman Jack Carr on the spot, and we are going to go into some college football, and we are going to the list first.
No, we do the JC top 10 first.
Let's do it. We do the JC top 10 first. We are going to the
Okay.
JC college football top 10. Gentleman Jack, take it away.
Well, I tell you, college football has been revving up. This is the time when you see the matchups you want to see. Unfortunately, some of them aren't the matchups we thought they were going to be come September. Who would have thought that Ohio State Penn State game would not have been relevant? You know what I'm saying? When you saw that on the schedule at the end of August, you thought, oh Lord, that's going to be a big one. Ohio State Penn State. But Ohio State remaining 8-0, undefeated. They're going to stay atop my poll. I mean, the way, somebody was telling me the other day, they're telling me I don't really respect Ohio State. I ain't seen much out of them. But their last year a bit, I didn't have them number one in my preseason, though, but they beat Penn State 38-14. Up next for Ohio State is a Purdue squad. Purdue 2-7, 0-6 in the Big Ten. I don't expect to see much problem out of them. That's 1 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. Ohio State's got a pretty easy road the rest of the season, so we'll see what happens Big Ten championship. Texas A&M, another undefeated squad. They're going to take my number 2 spot, guys. They had a bye week this week. Up next for Texas A&M, they go to Missouri. Missouri's a scrappy, tough squad, y'all. They 6-2 right now, 2-2 in the SEC. I tell you, Texas A&M might get a little test out of Missouri. It's 3:30 Saturday on ABC. And then another undefeated squad in my top 10 is Indiana Hoosiers. They're going to maintain the number 3 spot. They're 9-0. They come into College Park and beat BJ's Terrapins 55-10 last week. Nothing outrageous out of that. Indiana, they go to Penn State. Penn State's 3-5, and Penn State is 0-5 in the Big Ten, guys. When have you heard that? I can't remember hearing Penn State being 0 in anything in the Big Ten. So, damn, it's really a down year for State. I think Indiana's going to beat the brakes off them boys. They play at noon. I do not know what TV source yet. With all these TV contracts and stuff, sometimes it's hard to find out who's playing on what channel, but most of them I have for you. So let's jump to the number 4 spot. Ole Miss, 8-1. Beat a scrappy little South Carolina team with Lenora Sellers as the QB. 30-14, Ole Miss beat them. Ole Miss got a little coast game coming up. They got a home game against the Citadel this Saturday. So Ole Miss going to get a chance to tune up a little bit and put some youngins out there. I think 1 p.m. that game will be on ESPN Plus. Number 5 spot, them Alabama, boy. Alabama's really been playing hard. They had a bye week this week, so I kept them right where they are at 7-1. Up next, they got a home game versus LSU. LSU 5-3 right now in SEC. They can be a problem. It just depends on how their offense works over there at LSU. It can be up, it can be down. That's going to be the evening game Saturday, 7:30 ABC, guys. Y'all cool with the top 5 so far? I mean, it's pretty much what it was last week.
Yeah, no problem so far.
Yeah, sound good right now.
I think the only thing I would have different
Yeah.
is I think I'd have Indiana 2, Texas A&M 3, but that's me picking a nit.
Okay.
Only because I think
Okay.
Indiana has been more dominant in their games as opposed to Texas A&M. But I think
Mhm.
a lot of this one, like I keep saying it each week, we're starting to get into the witching hour or the sorting hat, and the sorting hat's going to sort these teams out to who's going to be in the top 10 or the top 12 or whatever. And I think for certain teams, like I mean, I'm a fan of Notre Dame, so we need the top teams in the conference to win the conference championship game, so we can push teams down, so we can maybe jump somebody and be in the final top 10 to get in the bowl game. Because if you notice, the two BYU is what 11 or 12 right now, or are they in the top 10?
They somewhere. They
All
somewhere.
right, all right, but you know what I mean. So BYU is a team
Yeah.
that like Notre Dame needs something to happen with to try to figure things out. And then outside of BYU, the other squad is you got to figure out what's the fifth conference that they're taking a team from, because you do get, because they do represent the Power Five. So which team is going to represent
Mhm.
as the Power Five representative outside the four conference reps?
Right. And you got a team like Texas Tech probably gonna be representing the Big 12. The Big 12 might get two teams in.
Nope, no chance.
I'm not really prepared to talk about that, but you don't think so? That's been the talk of the day, really. I've been hearing debates and stuff like that, but we can get into that. We can get into that as it gets closer to the time. Number 6, Midnight Rider. I kept the Ducks at number 6, 7-1. They had a bye week. They got to go down to Iowa, a really, really tough Iowa squad. 6-2 is what I was playing. 3:30 is that one. I did not get a TV channel for this game, but I'm sure if you look it up, you'll find it's a 3:30 p.m. game Saturday. Number 7, I got a 7-1 team from the SEC that has been moving. The quarterback has been improving his play over here, and that's the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia beat Florida in a tough game, 24-20. I think Stockton stepped up and had a nice performance in that game. Up next for the Dogs is Mississippi State. They got to travel down to Mississippi State, or I should say over to Mississippi State. And Mississippi State, I don't think to see too much problem for the Dogs, guys. Mississippi State's currently 5-4 and 1-4 in the SEC. That game will be on noon on ESPN. In the number 8 spot, I got that team, that Mormon team that the Midnight Riders mentioning, that I think Timothy Watkins likes. Is that correct, Midnight Riders? He a BYU dude.
Yep.
So this is for you, Tim. I'm going to BYU up to number 8 because they had a bye week, so they didn't lose. I believe I had them at number 9 last week. Up next, here it is. This is the game that's going to show you, Midnight Rider, does BYU got what it takes? Because they got to match up with what number are they? Number 2. No. What number do I got? Texas Tech. Number 9. Number 9, Texas Tech. And that's going to be a great game to start the day off Saturday. It'll be noon on ABC. BYU, Texas Tech getting down. And you'll see which one of those two teams is for real, Midnight Rider. Do they belong at the bottom of this list? Or does your Irish belong at the bottom of this list and try to move up? So that's why I got BYU 8-U at the 8 spot. And they're going to be playing Texas Tech this weekend, who I got in the 9 spot at 8-1. Texas Tech beat the brakes off Kansas State 43-20, as they should. This is a big matchup. I'm going to wake up, watch some college game day, and then turn on ABC and watch this Texas Tech BYU game. Because a lot of people don't get to see BYU because they're playing late at night on the West Coast, you know? So this is a good opportunity for people to see what this BYU team's about. Their quarterback wears the number 46. So you're going to see some interesting stuff. Rounding out my top 10, it's going to be Oklahoma, 7-2. They had a very good win against Tennessee last weekend, 33-27. Up next for Oklahoma, we're going to see if they belong. They play number 5 Alabama. Alabama 7-1, 5-0 in the SEC. That's 3:30 on ABC. Great big SEC matchup right there. Oklahoma, Alabama. And that's my top 10, but I do got 3 teams that are really, they're scratching at the door like a dog trying to get in. You know what I'm saying, fellas? These 3 teams want in my top 10. It's number 1, Texas Longhorns, who had been in the top 10 for a good, for a while, but they got bumped out. Notre Dame Fighting Irish, they're right there as well, fighting to get in this top 10. And the third team, it's an AC team, man. It's UVA. The Virginia Cavaliers, man, with Chandler Morris at the quarterback spot. A lot of people don't know that name, man. This kid Chandler Morris is nice. There's 3 good quarterbacks in the ACC people don't know about because their teams aren't up high in the rankings. So what do you think about this, Midnight Rider? I can run it down one more time. Ohio State, number 1. Texas A&M, number 2. Indiana, number 3. Ole Miss, number 4. Alabama, number 5. Oregon, number 6. Georgia, number 7. BYU, 8. Texas Tech, 9. Oklahoma, 10. How you feel?
Personally, I'd have 10 Notre Dame.
Look at that.
And then that's about it. But that's only because we need this Texas Tech BYU game to be played in BYU. We need somebody to lose. It don't matter who loses in that scenario. But the game that's important is Alabama. Who would you say Alabama has next? Oklahoma. So we need Alabama to give Oklahoma his 3rd loss because that helps clearing out space for us. Because we got to get in. I think we got to get inside the top 10 in order to be a playoff team. We can't make it to the playoffs being an 11 or 12 seed when the bowl or the rankings get made for the final week.
Yeah, that's true, Midnight Rider. It makes a lot of sense. And like I say, there's so many teams that are fighting to get in this top 12, and not necessarily everybody in the top 12 gonna go because you're going to have conference winners that are going to bump cats out. So it's going to be tricky. I saw they released some lists of the championship picks. I haven't even looked at it yet. I think it's way too early to be lining that up. It's just a thing they're doing for TV. I don't see the playoff list yet. Not yet. Get me closer to Thanksgiving.
I know many of them do one every week. They started last week. I think they had Texas Tech at like 6. I think they had Ole Miss at 7. But they're right around what you had. I think the difference is they were actually doing their top 12. So they had to include I think they picked Memphis as the 12th team of the rankings. I think Georgia was 5 for them. So I mean, we're gonna have this ready and enough conversation. But I think, Jack, if you look at the slate this week, we can pretty much. I think a lot of the week slate in our trio is almost set up for us because we're going to pick Texas A&M and Missouri, and I think we definitely got to pick the BYU Texas Tech. I think we just got to find the 3rd one to go into that mix, and we can figure that out all show. But that's just my early out of the gate feeling on the week coming up.
Yes.
Real quick, gentlemen, let's catch up on some comments.
I did mention a schedule, and I made a little.
Go ahead. What was your mistake?
I just wanted to say I made a little schedule hiccup. That Notre Dame, that Oklahoma Alabama game is next weekend. This weekend, Alabama plays LSU. Next weekend, Alabama plays Oklahoma. So Oklahoma's, I believe they got a bye this week.
Yeah, I don't see a game on the slate for them this week.
Yes, they do. So yeah, they got a bye. Then they play Oklahoma next week. So
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm
Yep.
sorry, Alabama next week. So Alabama's got LSU, then Alabama plays Oklahoma. So that's going to be something to test Alabama as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Catching up on the comments real quick. The correspondent checking in, showing love to Miss V. Thanks for you supporting the network. Our boy Anthony's here. What's going on, Anthony? He said he felt Texas Tech might be the most complete team from 9 to 25.
Okay, that makes sense.
And Anthony also says, Jack, what do you have Kiffin and his Rebels? Didn't you have him at 7?
I have them at 9.
9. Okay, 9. Okay.
No, he said
They
Ole
might
Miss.
be different in the AP.
Jack, Ole Miss. That's what we talking about.
Yeah, the Rebels. Yeah, you got him at 9, Jack?
Oh, Lane Kiffin. I saw the one
Yeah.
above it. I'm sorry, the one above it says Texas Tech.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Ole Miss?
I'm moving the comments too fast.
Ole Miss, they're nice. I mean, I got them at 4. Where you want me to put them at, babe?
No, that's
I mean,
about
can't,
right.
You know,
I think he came in after you got to like 6 or something. He wasn't there when you started.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Texas A&M is the most complete team here. To tell you the honest truth,
I don't know
Texas
about that one.
A&M, then Indiana.
I think
I'm digging Indiana, man.
So
let's move on to
the best in the Big Ten.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we come to a little segment in this thing we call the list. You just made the list, and what we're going to talk about is the top 5 college quarterbacks as the gentleman Jack, myself, and Coach Roberson sees it. So, Jack, let's see. Let's start with number 5. Number 5.
Number 5, Coach Roberson has brought up a quarterback I just spoke of, and that's Chandler Morris at UVA, University of Virginia, the Cavaliers quarterback. He's doing fine, and I don't have a problem with him at 5. I don't have him in my top 10, but he's hanging around. I like what Chandler does. My number 5, he dropped a little bit. It's going to be Diego Pavia from Vanderbilt. Even though they took a loss, he had a solid game. So, I mean, the boy was 365 yards and 3 touchdowns with no interceptions. So, I got Pavia at number 5. Now, Ryder, who you got?
Number 5. I'm actually jumping on the bandwagon with you this week, I think. Let me hold on. Yeah. Let's go with. I got Pavia at 5.
Oh, okay.
Let's stick with that. Let's go Pavia at 5.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4. Number 4.
Coach has been high on this guy. Coach Roberson has been high on this guy at Ole Miss, and that's Trinidad Chambliss. I think he had him at number 5 last week.
Yep.
Chambliss is doing some things over there at Ole Miss, and I don't have a problem with that. He's a good number 4 spot. Coming into my list now, I think this quarterback has improved since week 2 every week, and that's the quarterback over there for them dogs. That's my boy Gunnar Stockton, University of Georgia. I'm going to put that young man at the number 4 spot. He had a pretty nice game last week as well, and that's why I moved him up to number 4. He was always in my honorable mention, but I have him at number 4. Who you like at number 4, Midnight Rod?
I like the kid from Ohio State. He's got an 80% completion percentage. Now it doesn't hurt when you're throwing to kid number 17 and number 4, but just the way he's played, I thought he was going to be kind of one of those guys where it had to be 72 and sunny for him to be successful, but he's starting to give me the feel that might be a general. He might be a Leonidas or not a Marcus Aurelius. Oh, come on. Leader of the North Army. I am Maximus Decimus Meridius. Thank you. I had to do the speech. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, I see him as a Maximus, a Leonidas type of guy. Being out front. I think honestly, Ohio State can go. I think sky's the limit for Ohio State. I would love to see because I don't think they play or they cross in schedules into the conference championship game. I want to be a fly on the wall for that Indiana Ohio State ball game. I think that's going to be one bad mamma jamma. And I'm going to use the old word. Ooh. Yes, mamma jamma. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at number three. Number three.
I like that mamma jamma. But the number 3 spot, Coach Robeson's list, he must be sniffing that stuff I'm cooking because he's got Gunnar Stockton from Georgia at the number 3. As I said, Gunnar Stockton, his stock has risen. It dropped after weeks 1 and 2, 3 maybe, and then it just has been coming up ever since. So, yeah, I like number 3, Gunnar Stockton for coach. But number 3, I got Darian Messiah from Duke moved up from the honorable mention over number 5, over number 4, and into number 3. A lot of people, hell, they just beat Clemson for the first time in like 25 years. So check out Darian Messiah over at Duke, man. He had a hell of a game against Clemson. 27 for 41, 361 yards, and 4 touchdowns against the Tigers. So I have him climbing my list, man, and he jumped 4 spots. So that's what I got at number 3. Midnight Rider, who you got?
3 and my 2 switched from last week. So this week at number 3, it's my guy from Alabama, Ty Simpson. He, like I keep saying, I say it every week. I say it every time I bring him up. Moxie, grit. The kid got it all. He's not scared to throw the football in the tight windows. And I think that might, I don't know if he's a redshirt junior or if he's a senior, but if he's eligible, draft eligible, the way he throws the football is going to give him an opportunity. I'm not saying he's a round 1 guy. I think he's a 2nd or 3rd round guy, and he could be a potential long-term backup in the worst case scenario. Or he could be the guy that you're transitioning from. So, like, if you're a team like I think, like Arizona, because I think everybody else runs their offense better than Kyler Murray. I think that's a place where he could go and be successful. Where else? A place like, well, I think I would say the Rams, but I think Stetson Bennett fits the Rams a little bit better than other people will think. But that's just who I think. I got Tyler Simpson at 3. With that being said, number 2. Sound, you muted yourself. Now you got a mute monster.
Now I got a touch screen, man. My mouse ain't working. So yeah, if I touch something, it's crazy over here. But I like your Ty Simpson. I'm a Ty Simpson fan. I just don't feel he had the game these past couple weeks that could keep him up there. So I did drop him out of my top 5 this week. We are currently on, where are we currently? Number 2?
Number 2.
Thank you, sir. Number 2 in my list is going to be Julian Sand, Ohio State. Same things you said. He had a big game against Maryland, 20 for 23 for 316 and 4 touchdowns. Julian Sand had one hell of a game there, and he's been controlling the ball all year. He's putting up yards. He's winning games. So Julian Sand, number 2 for the gentleman here. What you got, MR?
Number 2 for me is real simple. Marcel Reed. Kid
really?
From Texas A&M. I just like what he do. He win ball games. I don't think you should need anything else. I don't need you to gussy it up. If you win ball games, you win ball games, and that's what he does. So that's what I got. I got him at number 2. And let's close the segment out. Number one.
Well, number 1. It's like Coach Roberson likes the same guys we like. You know, he's giving Julian Sand all the number 1 on Coach Robeson's list. Julian Sand from Ohio State University is Coach Robeson's top quarterback at this time. So the gentleman, I think I have the same. I believe I've had this quarterback at the top for 3 weeks now, and he had one hell of a game. 14 of 21, 201 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 rush for 53 yards, and that's Fernando Mendoza at Indiana. I like Mendoza. He controls the game, and Fernando Mendoza, my number 1. Who's your number 1, Midnight Rider?
Oh, okay. I've been saying his name wrong the whole time. I've been calling him Francisco Mendoza, but it's Fernando Mendoza. So yeah, that's actually who I have at number 1 too. Been my number 1 probably
Get out of here.
As we go along. All right, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I like Mendoza. I think he's the guy that does everything. I think he's the one person that he's the, I don't know, I guess if he was a podcaster, he'd be KG because he's the straw that stirs the drink. So let's go with that thought process. Yeah. Yeah. I just think Mendoza is one of the best quarterbacks. I think he will be there when we talk about pros, when we give the pros options and things of that nature. I think he's going to be the guy. You said something else about a college football segment when we were talking early.
Who are you talking to?
Jack.
Say again.
You said something about college football.
Say again, please.
College football. You asked for a segment or something?
Right.
All right, so floor's yours.
This.
Hey, he was talking about this.
No, it was this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you had something else. My bad.
No, thank you. No. I mean, I got some stats and stuff.
Can we catch up on the comments?
The passing leaders.
Hold on, real quick. Let's hit the comments real quick.
Definitely.
Let's hit the comments real quick. Anthony Jack, I disagree with you. Can you really trust Marcel Reed to be consistent enough during the playoffs? Another comment from Anthony. My number 5 is Brandon Sorsby. Diego's number 4 was me. That's nice. From Anthony. His number 3 is Julian. Tim Adams checking in Pavia top 5 with the face plunge. I guess he doesn't like Pavia in the top 5. Anthony, my number 3 quarterback, is from Southern California, and number 1, Drew Make, University of North Texas.
Yeah, that kid Mace Maker or something like that. He's got a funky name. And then the kid he's talking about from Southern Cal is Jordan Maivia, who we've had in and out of the list.
Maivia.
Throughout the course of the season. I just think for me, and this is how I've been picking my list, I think we've gotten to a point where these are the top quarterbacks on some of the top teams right now, and they're playing top competition. So I think that's why I'm grading it out a little bit differently. Now, I'll have a little bit more freedom when it comes to when we start talking about the draft and getting closer to that. I think I'll have a different criteria. But right now, for me, I think I'm picking the guys that I feel, to me, give their teams the best chance to win on a Saturday afternoon, whether they between the hedges, whether they're at Doak Walker or whatever stadium they're in, or they got Touchdown Jesus in the background. Go ahead.
And I like the way you look at it, and the way I look at it, I like how they're playing for their team on Saturday and what I think they're able to do on Sunday soon. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at my list. All 3 of us got our own views, but they all go to the same place, in my opinion. So that's why I like that we got 3 people involved in this list now, man.
Well, I guess we got. I guess now we got 4
quarterbacks and more options.
I think we got a 4th now. We've become the 4 horsemen in this because Anthony just jumped in. He's got Brandon Sorsby at his 5. I'm hoping this is in. Who's Diego?
Pavia.
Oh, Diego Drew Mass.
Mass
Oh,
maker.
Diego Pavia.
Oh, Diego Pavia is 4. Okay, there we go. Drew Massmeyer, 3. Jordan from Southern Cal, and then he's got your boy Sawyer Robertson. This list looks like your list from like 4 weeks ago.
I like,
because like 4 weeks ago you mentioned
I still like Sawyer.
I think you still like Sawyer at Baylor.
Yeah.
The only kid that we really haven't touched on is the just call him the Cuban Missile Midnight Rider. All right. Your spell check is killing you.
Well, Midnight Rider. Midnight Rider. There's a quarterback over at Texas Tech. Not a lot of people are talking about Behren Morton, and also C.J. Bailey at North Carolina State, looking pretty nice. Moss, he's another ACC quarterback. C.J. Carr's turning it up a little bit now. There's a lot scratching at the door, just like in the top 10. Arch Manning has been looking at the past 3 games. So what can happen here at this quarterback carousel we got going on? So there's a bunch of them out there that we really aren't even mentioning yet. Sawyer Robinson leads the country in passing yards, over 2,700. There's only 3 quarterbacks that have gone for 2,700 yards this year. And Robertson's one, Mendoza's the other. And then that boy from OSU, saying he's got a lot of yards. So, man, this list could be a top 10 easy. That's how much talent. I think it's gonna be a good quarterback class. Narada, what do you think?
I still gotta weed out who's eligible for the draft because that one class with Jayden, Caleb, Drake May, McCarthy, and Bo Nix. I told Casey early on that joint is that could be 83, and he argued with me, and I was like, nah, they have the potential to be as good as the 83 class because I think each one of these quarterbacks are going to get their team in the playoffs. I mean, unfortunately for Daniels, this is an off year, but we'll talk about that in the NFL segment. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with the nickel and update you on the NFL as we picked it and the way we saw it on Sunday. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, preview of a show that's going to come to you live and direct tomorrow at 8 p.m. And then when we come back, we'll get the guests from Jack Carr of who's coming in tomorrow night. And here we go. In the passenger seat is our commercial for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back from the commercial you saw is in the passenger seat tomorrow night. You want to get that at 8 p.m. Gentleman Jack, do you have your guest name for tomorrow?
Oh, yes, indeed. I got the head football coach. Excuse me?
I said, isn't the McNamara coach tomorrow?
Yes, indeed. Head football coach, McNamara High School. I should say Bishop McNamara High School. And it's going to be nice. Greg Calhoun is his name. He's been over there for a minute, and he's laying down roots in the high school football coaching game. Very, very highly spoken of through my little Rolodex of coaches I've spoken to since I booked them. I really look forward to talking to Coach Calhoun tomorrow. So, any of you high school football fans or McNamara alum, come on in 8 p.m. tomorrow night. You got me.
Here we go,
That's
ladies
cool.
and gentlemen. That's it.
Let's wrap up. Let's hit some comments, and then I got a little tidbit for y'all, and then we can wrap up the college football segment. Tim Adams says, who has OSU beat?
They beat Texas early on.
He also says Pavia is my age.
Their schedule been weak.
Pavia, I mean, Pavia is going to be in college till he's like 30 because he was able to erase. Like, he won a case where they don't count his years as who was that? What's the thing? JUCO. Like, his JUCO doesn't count
the JUCO years.
his eligibility. So he can be there till he's like 40. So that's one thing that's different about that situation. Anthony, you missed it because Jack had Gary and Minter at 4. I think it was 4 or was it 3?
Let me look. 3.
Hey Tim, you gotta give me some more info on Kevin Jennings, baby. Cause wait a second. This is Tim from Highly Opinionated, right? Give me a
look
yes,
like it, yeah.
comment. I think that's where he's
Jennings
from.
is at Louisville, right?
No, I love Tim's. Tim's got a perspective because most time he agrees with me. So I like Tim's perspective on sports, man. We normally Dante Moore's a guy that I've had in my list for a couple weeks. Tim, I just got him at 6 now because I like Junior saying a little bit more. But again, if you don't hold me to my list and let me adjust each week because I see it differently every week. And I think, if you want to drop your list in whenever we do our list, we appreciate that, man. And dog, I saw your interview with Lee Ice, because Lee Ice debuts on Apologetic Sports next week. Part of our triple header that's going to happen on Tuesday nights. I don't know if you know, but we got now 3 shows on a Tuesday night. When you talk about growth, when you talk about a network growing, you got to talk about this. You got drive time going from 5, starting at 5. I think at 6:30.
6:30. Yep, 6:30.
Unapologetic Sports, and then at 7:45 to 8 o'clock, depending on how long Lee Ice and them go. You got the Tuesday night flight, man. You got a full slate. You know what I'm saying? You might want to break out your TV guide and then just say Sideline Junkies on the front of your TV guide, because that's how much TV and entertainment we're giving you. You know what I'm saying? Only night we got to work out is Friday. If we give you a Friday night show,
leave it to the boss. Leave it to the boss. Just work with me, okay? Nothing soon, but just work.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it this way. I like guys with a lot of moxie. So you think about that.
Yeah.
And then we go from here. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, Tim also says SMU.
Oh, that's Kevin Jennings. Okay, I like that kid too.
That's what Jennings at.
He said appreciate it, like what you guys got going, like what y'all got going on. So appreciate that, Tim.
Tim, for real, dog. I gotta return the favor to you. We gotta figure out a night we can get you over here with us live and direct. Not that recording stuff y'all be doing. You know what I'm saying? Live and direct. Like we gotta have Brett Musburger in the background talking about you're looking live.
Is this the Celtics?
Huh? Say that again, Jack.
Is it the Celtics fan, Tim?
No, that's you think about Tim.
Tim, the Celtics fan.
I don't know who Tim's team is.
Watkins. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know who Tim's team is, but still, we might get him in. Do some more cross stuff with Highly Opinionated.
Absolutely.
Because we just, if you don't know right now, the Sideline Junkies just want to open up and talk with groups of people that do the same thing we do and do it the same way we do it. So yeah, Tim, we appreciate you being in here. I appreciate you having me on because I know I gotta come back on. So bet, baby, bet.
Real quick, I said I had a college football tidbit. Adam Schefter just dropped this about 10 minutes ago. The projected 12-team bracket has number 12 Memphis at number 5 Georgia, 9 Oregon at 8 Texas Tech, 11 Virginia at 6 Ole Miss, number 10 the Notre Dame Fighting Irish at number 7 BYU. The byes are as follow: Alabama number 4, Ohio State number 1, number 3 Texas A&M, and number 2 Indiana.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
The projected 12-team playoff bracket as of right now per Adam Schefter, as of 10 minutes ago.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If Notre Dame plays BYU, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Tim Watkins is banned from the comment section until after the game. We're just letting you know that now, all right? Because this is a thing that we do. I tell people all the time: there's fandom and friendship, and when our teams play, there's no friendship. Because what year was that? The Celtics played the Lakers in like the 2 finals, and during the finals, we did not talk. I didn't go to his house. I didn't hang out with him. It's until it's over, then we'll talk. And it always start with whoever's the winner. You play We Are the Champions. What's that group? Queen. You gotta play We Are the Champions in the intro of your phone call, and then you get to talk as much garbage, as much trash as you want for like 15 minutes, and then you just bring it up the rest of the year.
Hey man, that's how it's supposed to be, man. Anthony checks in real quick. My rankings are done, but who I think is going to end up winning the Dave O'Brien Award? Tim Adams checked in. His college football team is FSU. NFL is Eagles.
Yeah.
Anthony again, Jack. I feel your boy Sawyer at Baylor would be a perfect fit for the Eagles offense.
That's interesting.
No. I think he'd be a fit in New Orleans.
Well,
we don't be great in New Orleans.
More. Yeah, that could be interesting, but I don't think he gets there. I think early on, I think Mendoza. I think the Jets take Mendoza. Right. And I don't know who the next eligible quarterback, but I honestly think I might take a shot at Sand early right now, just the way I feel because of the accuracy. But we got time. So I'm not pushing that envelope, but that's just what
let's
I'm
dive
feeling.
In. Let's dive into that next week. We'll go into finding out what quarterbacks are going to be coming out this year, and then we can definitely talk about who might go to who or some stuff like that. Until we get our facts right, we're just guessing. Go ahead.
No, I said 2 weeks on that. Drive Time has some good predictions today, and Maddie, I've been saying that y'all were. I think a couple of the matchups are the ones you had. I think somebody had Memphis and the Georgia matchup. I think Showtime had Virginia winning the ACC. So y'all right there. Yeah, y'all standing on business.
All right, fellas. We're gonna wrap up that college football. We knee deep into the show, and y'all know what we switching over to, right? Dun, 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 dun. NFL week number 9. And ladies and gentlemen, man, if you put your picks in that pick thing, it was a rough week. It was a rough week for the pick.
It?
I think a certain gentleman is still on top of that. What'd you say, Jack?
Hey, I caught up a little bit, so I didn't have that bad.
When Mary J say, "I'm going down," I can already see the copyrights coming to my phone. So, gentlemen,
I didn't play it long enough.
We're gonna jump into this first game. We're gonna get this out of the way so we can get to the meat and potatoes. The Chargers in Tennessee take out the Titans 27-20. I know we talked about this Sunday, not quite the runaway we thought the Chargers would have with the Titans. I do have some stats here before I throw it to you guys. I just got to find where I wrote them at. Maybe I don't. I thought I did. Okay, anyway, 27 to yeah, I don't have it. I thought I wrote it down. My bad, y'all.
No, you good. Because let's just give me a second.
need?
Go ahead and go to the score.
No, I'll just say, give me a second. Hold on, I'm a clean. I got it. I can clean it up. I just gotta get to my Google
27-20.
machine.
Titans
27-20.
tried to make a comeback.
Got you. Here we go. Chargers, Herbert, 19 of 29, 250, 2 touchdowns and interception. Herbert was the leading rushers for the Charger and 9 for 57, and he had a touchdown. Not much receiving from them. Uwe, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Two sacks for the Chargers. And then we go over to the Titans. Cam Ward, 20 of 21, 145. He took 4 sacks. Pollard on the ground, 10 for 56. Really nothing from the Titans too much, but the Chargers held on to win 27-20. Jack, you want to what you thought? What's your thoughts on this game? Midnight Rider?
Jack.
Please. Yeah.
You want to go first?
I'm not too happy. I'm having these difficulties right now, and it's got me a little bit frustrated here. So
it's all good, gentlemen. Jack, you know
you
lean on us. We got you. We know when you're here and you're not here. 27-20, Chargers over Tennessee Titans. What's your thoughts of that game?
Well, Chargers, their running back situation's all jacked up, and I know I made a little mistake last Sunday talking about Omarion Hampton. He was not on the field. He did not play. So I was talking about Omarion Hampton and that guy Vidal, who is their other running back. But they just didn't have no running game, but Herbert made it happen. And Tennessee, boy, they just in bad shape. Chargers let them catch up. But
I think they let their guard down.
Start with the quarterback. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they're done. They're going to start cleaning house. Well, today was the last day of trade deadline, correct?
It was. It was.
Yeah. I thought they would have shipped out some more cats.
Do you want to go? We can go through that later on after we finish up the nickel.
I don't know if we're going to have time.
Yeah, I know.
Sweet. I like to get caught up on that.
Ryder,
real
quick. Chargers Titans.
My boy Sauce got sent out of town.
So this ball game, I mean, Herbert does his thing. The Chargers rushing game isn't effective. The kid you gotta watch out is this Oronde Gadsden, the second kid. He's been giving solid numbers all the last couple of weeks. I think he's about to be a breakout candidate. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you, if the coaching staff has called Antonio Gates and had him sit in his hip pocket through practice sessions and conversations and kind of help mold him into a good receiving tight end, because that's just what Antonio Gates was. This kid at Gadsden went to Syracuse and was a wide receiver, but if you put him in the 40, his time was probably like a 4.7, 4.8. So he had tight end written all over him. And now the Chargers have converted him over. I think the Chargers are still using their power tight ends, and then they just put him in a position where he doesn't have to block as much, but they use his receiving ability because he's an elite receiver of the football over everybody else. That's all I got.
That's good.
10-4. Moving right along. The Colts drop to the Steelers 20-27. And I got the stats, but I actually have them this time, right? Daniel Jones, 30 when he threw the ball 50 times, 31 of 50, 342, a touchdown, and he threw the game-sealing interception to Joey Porter Jr. He took 5 sacks. Nothing on the ground for the Colts. Jonathan Taylor, 14 of 45. Daniel Jones had 3 for 4 yards and a touchdown. Pittman, 9 for 115. Pierce, 6 for 115. The Pittsburgh Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, 25 of 35, 201 and a touchdown. He took 3 sacks. Absolutely nothing on the ground for Pittsburgh. 16 for 31 yards for Warren. He did have 2 touchdowns, so if you had him in fantasy, he definitely boosted you up. Nothing in the receiving room. 5 for 56 for Austin, 4 for 43 for Washington. Like I said, Daniel Jones, they had that little clip of Daniel Jones having a flustered look, and it is what it is. I think he's due for a bad game. He's been doing really well this year. Just kind of force some things. I don't think the recipe for the Indianapolis Colts moving forward to win is Daniel Jones throwing 50 times. He just that's gonna it's not. They're gonna drop games if he's throwing 50 times. I think that recipe for Daniel Jones is somewhere between 25 and 35, and having some design stuff where he uses his legs and runs and gets the offense going, and then that can open up for boy named Taylor.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I that's the recipe. And the Pittsburgh squeaks one out at home. They keep their hold on the NFC North right now, and it's an important win for them with Lamar back. We talked about that Sunday. Jack, what's your thoughts on that game?
Well, Indianapolis, they got their offensive core: Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Pittman, and Tyler Warren. You can't ask for a better 4-piece coming out of your offense. But Pittsburgh's game plan shut down Jonathan Taylor. Their linebackers at Pittsburgh did what they're supposed to do. I'll tell you, Pittsburgh's game plan was on point. And you ain't going to see big games. You ain't going to see 300, 350-yard passing games out of Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be a 200, 225-yard guy, and he's going to make things work. Am I surprised? What's Pittsburgh now? 5-3, and I think they're the head of the AFC North. Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I never thought Pittsburgh Steelers would be at the head of the AFC North. Never, ever, ever. So great win for Pittsburgh. Tomlin and his crew, I don't care what you say, Indianapolis scores a lot of points. They're the most highest scoring team in the league. So Pittsburgh, A1 game plan. My mind was blown. And of course, I picked Indy to win this game. So it hurt my feelings a little bit, y'all. What'd you see, Rod?
I mean, I think everybody picked Indy if you were not a Steelers fan. This ball game, I mean, I think it's easy. The Colts came out and gave up their goodies like a young lady on a Friday evening on payday. They had 6 turnovers. And I mean, I think that killed them. I think that's why when you look at the Pittsburgh numbers are low, but they're not low because of the lack of offense. They're low because they got the ball turned over in plus territory. So you can't gain 300 yards of offense if you're starting from the other team's 40, the other team's 30, the other team's 20. And I think this score indicated that exact thing. And I think this is the best the Pittsburgh defense has played all season. So you got to give it up to Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh is taking advantage of what's in front of them. You know what I'm saying? We always talk about teams having to, like, when you play teams. That's the Mike Shanahan thing. When you play teams is more important than who you play. And I think right here, they played the right team in the right moment. And Tim says 2 non-offensive touchdowns was why this game was close. Exactly.
I think, was he talking about this game or the
that was he's talking about the Chargers game.
Yeah, I think he's talking
that
about
was the Chargers game.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up on it.
No, you good. So yeah.
Maddie's saying such a Steelers win and will lose a game to a team like Cleveland. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth. The correspondent checking in. Does a trade for Sauce increase a Colts' chances to win a game or two come playoff time?
I say yes. because all you need is a chance. This is you looking at the briefcase, and it says you think her name is Mary Swanson, but you call her a Samsonite. That's the type of chance you have. This is Lloyd Christmas.
I don't know, man. I just like I said, if you got Daniel Jones,
sauce is tight as you gonna get, man.
It is. He's it. But if Daniel Jones is throwing that ball 45, 40 times, you can have Deion Sanders back there. You're going to be behind, and you're going to throw some balls at the other team. So, Tim Adams saying Pittsburgh offense is still terrible, though. Absolutely. But Tim checking in again. The Steelers need to open up the playbook some more. DK needs some more target. I keep forgetting DK's on the team.
But Pittsburgh doesn't need that if they're going to play defense the way they played, because all Pittsburgh needs is a quarterback to function. Like Pittsburgh has had such a piss poor quarterback play that they just need you to be able to walk in, say my name is Aaron Rodgers, and like walk on both feet and not trip over yourself when you go to the huddle. And as long as they can get that, I think Pittsburgh has enough on defense that they can make it work.
I just like I said, if you put the sideline junkies 11 out there and Daniel Jones throws the ball 50 times, we getting 3 picks. That's what I'm saying. It's just like I need to see this Steelers. I need to see them do this against Lamar, like a healthy Lamar. I need to see that before I can anoint the Steelers defense to be able to carry Aaron Rodgers 190, yards and a touchdown with, 25, and them not really being able to get anything on the ground. I just don't see. I need to see more. That's all I'm saying. I need to see more, a little bit more.
Okay. Well, look, BJ. As far as you talking about Daniel Jones throwing 50 times, that's not going to happen often, bro. Because look, they shut down the running back. He's usually carrying the ball 25 times, and that probably knocks down 15 pass attempts at least. So if you want to give what's the boy's name again?
Taylor.
Running back for Indy.
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor he normally has, in which he averages 106 yards a game. Okay. I think you told me he had 50-some yards. It's that. That's what made Daniel Jones had to throw that much. The run game wasn't working. So I don't see Jonathan Taylor as a run game not working too often. So this is rare that Daniel had to throw 50. He's not going to throw 50 all the time.
All right, guys. I'm gonna take y'all word. I'm gonna take y'all word for it. Let's get to these next 2 games real quick. Let's see. I think I might have threw this one in there. I don't think this was a part of the nickel. Real quick, Vikings and the Lions. I did throw this one.
That's part of it.
It was. Okay. 27-24. I picked the Lions, of course. Let me get some stats real quick. Very disappointed in this pick. Let's see some stats for this. This is McCarthy. He didn't do too much. 14-25, 143, 2 touchdowns and an interception. He took 5 sacks. Jones on the ground, 9 for 78. The receiving core for the Vikings, which I thought when we talked Sunday was going to be their bread and butter, didn't really do anything. Justin Jefferson had 6 for 47 and a touchdown. The Lions, they just can't get out their own way. Goff, 25 for 37, 284, 2 touchdowns. He took 5 sacks. Montgomery on the ground, 11 for 40. Gibbs, 9 for 25. St. Brown, 9 for 97. Laporta had 9 for 97 and a touchdown. Gentlemen, Jack, take it away. Where did the Lions go wrong at in this game? Why couldn't they beat Minnesota?
Just like Pittsburgh, the way Pittsburgh defeated Indianapolis, defensive game plan. They set up to stop this run that Gibbs and Montgomery wasn't going to kill him, and they made Jared Goff try to take this game from him. But McCarthy might not have done much on the stat book, but I tell you, his heart was there. The man did it when it was needed. And I felt McCarthy, he had heart. I mean, what is this? Maybe his 5th, 6th start in his career. So
Right.
I thought that was just big well, Carson Wentz, man, he had braces everywhere, so you knew he wasn't starting. But McCarthy is still young. The defensive game plan against Detroit's run game is what I think won this game for Minnesota. It's a tough lick for Detroit. Detroit's sitting there licking their wounds at 5-3 when they should be straight up 6-2, top of the division. But they're not. So good game by Minnesota. Good game plan. And like I say, a lot of heart by J.J. McCarthy, one of my favorite quarterbacks in that draft class. Minnesota.
I would have to say not so fast. I think the key to this game plan, like on Sunday, was Minnesota decided to put Jahmyr Gibbs in one-on-one situations with a blitzing linebacker or a blitzing DB. And we found out that Jahmyr Gibbs cannot stand up in those situations. And that's the thing that turned this ball game on its side, is they couldn't get to their deep middle passing game because Gibbs couldn't hold up blocking one-on-one with the backers. Now, they may not have translated into sacks, but it translated into pressures and into hurries. And hopefully Washington figures out that this week you got to double A gap blitz this team to get this guy off the spot and make them do some things differently. They can't be steadfast and holding on to this Knuckles and Sonic thing. We gotta make Sonic block. We gotta get physical with Sonic. And maybe next week or this week, the adjustment that Detroit makes is when they go into these pass sets, they make Montgomery the back that is primary. But we gotta attack, or teams have to attack Gibbs when he has to be a pass blocker.
True.
And real quick, let's catch up on the comments. Tim, for them to win a playoff game, though, I think he's talking about Sauce Gardner.
No, he's saying that the Steelers need to open the playbook up.
Oh, for them to win a playoff game?
Yeah.
Steelers.
And this is what I was saying: to stop the coach, stop Jonathan Taylor. I'm living with Daniel Jones throwing. I want Daniel Jones to throw as much as he can. If you beat me with Daniel Jones throwing 45, 50 times, I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna go out the field and I'm gonna get that speech in the locker room. Fellas, this was a good loss. That's the speech I'm giving in the locker room. Give me Daniel Jones throwing 35 plus times. Matty Ice, he just don't get Detroit. I don't either, Matty. Sometimes it's just their own worst enemy. But like Midnight Rider said, you might have found a chink in the armor with them. Tim, Jones is the key for the Vikings.
That's the running back from Green Bay.
Yeah.
I think if he can make things happen, I think that I totally agree with him. I think he takes the pressure off of JJ to be the important factor, or the factor back that's needed. I mean, he can run it, and then now you got Addison, Hockenson, and Jefferson being everything they can be. They can be all they can be. I think that's a great line, Tim.
Real quick, and we're gonna go through this. Who called this? The Panthers.
Yeah, but their running game sucks.
I think this is the one you added. This is the one you added to the.
This is the one I added because I wanted to go through this real quick. The boy from Carolina, 25 carries on the ground, 130, 5.2 a carry, 2 touchdowns. Bryce Young, absolutely nothing. Gave you nothing. Let's see. Love, 25 for 37, 273, and a pick. Jacobs on the ground, 17 for 87, a touchdown. Dobbs receiving 7 for 91, no TDs. Man, when you want to see the air leave a stadium when that field goal went through for the Panthers, them people were in shock. Jack, take it away.
Me too.
What you have on this game, Jack?
The Panthers, the MVP should be their field goal kicker. because he kicked a few. I say the Panthers MVP should be the field goal kicker because he kicked a few field goals. I never thought this was going to happen. It was a blowout in my mind. But that Panthers defense held the Packers. And I'll tell you one thing, though. I like them Packers. The uniforms are ugly, but the helmets are tight. Them helmets that look like the old school leather joints, oh, they were slick, I thought. Uniforms ugly as hell. They should go in the trash. So, yeah, surprised the hell out of me how Carolina wound up with this. But, you know, with Love turning the ball over, you can't turn the ball over in this game. You turn the ball over in this game, you're going to be chasing points most of the time. So, good win for Carolina Panthers, dude. Blew my mind. That's all I got. Midnight Rider, how you see it?
What's that country in the middle of the world? I think they call it Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Thank you. Yo, Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle is the star and the key of this ball game. They gave him somehow when he left Dallas, he found an extra gear because he didn't have this gear last year. He did get 1,000 yards last year, but he is the difference maker for this Carolina offense. And maybe it's their offensive line. I don't know. And I think the problem for Green Bay is Green Bay, they live in the smiles and cries. And when they can smile the whole time, they can get out, get their leads. They lost their guy, what's his name, Tucker Kraft. I think they lost him early in the ball game, and I think that changed the whole dynamic of their offense. Because he's probably one of their most, and if not their most consistent pass catcher on the team. And so when you start going back to these wide receivers, they start dropping balls on the quarterback. That changes the whole outcome of the ball game. Maddie, I kind of disagree with you because I think LaFleur is a good coach. I just think at times they just have to figure things out.
I think so too.
And make the world go around and figure out what they're going to do. Tim, I don't know if it's a contract year. I don't know if he signed 1 year or 2 year, but I think the key is it doesn't matter because I think they found something. Like Chuba Hubbard had his year. I think Dowdle had his year. I think honestly they can figure out like who's the better mix, and they can go the next 2 or 3 years and figure this whole running game out from that standpoint in terms of Hubbard or Dowdle.
I think they need a quarterback. I think the Panthers need a quarterback.
huh?
Go ahead.
Y'all ready?
I
You
think the
ready to
Panthers
give
need
up
a
Bryce?
quarterback.
I wouldn't pay him. Not these quarterback prices. Like I wouldn't like if he wants something different, yeah. But I ain't paying Hennessy prices for E&J delivery.
Tim says, you know they play different when it's time to get paid.
They do,
But
but
not
I think
yet.
Dowdle showed us a glimmer because he had 1,000 yards for Dallas last year. And I think for me personally, my only issue was for him, I felt some kind of way about I didn't think he had enough when it came to situations where he had to get those extra yards. And I think this year he's showing that. Now, maybe it's a contract year and it's a must be the money situation. I get it. I ain't mad at him, but like he out here punishing people right now, and he making the world go round, and he making it hard for Chuba Hubbard to get on the field. Go ahead, Jack.
No, I like what he said. You know, when he talks about, they play different when it's a contract year. And I feel we've seen that in Washington with McLaurin. Last 2 years, man, he played through bumps and bruises and stuff. I thought he was, playing Iron Man type stuff. This year, God damn, he's out every week. I want to say he's only played 4 of the 9 games and has 13 receptions. Now he's paid. You know what I'm saying? He got cashed in now. So I do. I feel they play different during contract years. I agree with you, Tim.
Midnight Rider, let's hop out of here and let's go to a break real quick and come back. We got 2 games left. We got to talk about the Chiefs and the Bills and the Seahawks and the Commanders. Take it away, Ryder.
No, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as we always do now in this world, we're going to give you an introduction of how nice we are. Now, you know what? I'm not going to even do that. But this is the Thursday night Throwdowns theme song, and that's our commercial for this next segment. And then we come back with the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Commanders on the other side, and then we'll close the show out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from our quick break. We gave you the intro to the Thursday Night Throwdown, which is featured here on Thursday nights, 7:15 p.m., where we lead you into the NFL football game for Thursday night at 8 o'clock. We also give you our trio, which is where we pick the 3 college football games. And if you paid attention to the show and you've been here for the whole show, you already heard the teams that in the games that we're thinking about going into. And we got to find one more. But with that being said, it's the Sideline Junkies, Tuesday Night Flight, Midnight Rider, Gentleman Jack, Boss Man BJ. Boss Man, take this next segment away. Do you want to go first or last?
I go first.
Okay.
I'll take it away first. Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, whatever part of the saga this is, the whatever it is, doesn't matter. It's regular season. Buffalo is victorious, 28-21. Some stats real quick. Mahomes, 15 of 34, 250, and an interception. I believe he set the franchise worst passing percentage for the Chiefs this past Sunday. Kareem Hunt, 11 for 49 and a touchdown. Rice, 4 for 80. Brown, 2 for 73. Kelsey, 4 for 66. On the Buffalo, Josh Allen on the other side, 23 for 26, 273 and a touchdown. He set the Bills' passing percentage for the highest passing percentage in franchise history Sunday. Cook, what can we say about James Cook? 27, 114. Didn't get in the end zone, but he controlled the game when he had the ball. Josh was a pedestrian 6 for 19 with 2 touchdowns. Kincaid came to play 6 for 101, a touchdown. Shakir, 7 receptions, only 43 yards. Everybody else got a piece of something. Man, I don't know where to start because this game matters and it doesn't matter. You know, y'all know I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. You need this game if you're Buffalo because you're behind the Patriots. Patriots won their game. You're trying to keep up with the division. But for Kansas City to only lose by 7 points, convert a 4th and 17, where Joey Bosa had a free shot to Patrick Mahomes and then for some reason dropped back. I think he may have thought that, and people got their conspiracy theories. I think Travis Kelce sat like he was going to block and then kind of like made a motion like he was going to go into the flat. And I think Bosa was trying to cover that because he had a clear shot to Mahomes. And they end up converting on a 4th and 17, something only Kansas City is able to do time and time and over again. This concerns me as a Buffalo Bills fan because I thought Buffalo kind of pulled out all the stops to beat them. And this was a pedestrian Kansas City, game with Mahomes setting the franchise record for low passing completion percentage, and they only lose by 7 points. And he still has a chance at the end of the game to win the game. The Bills rookie, I believe his name is Harrison, comes up with a big interception. It's something Buffalo has been lacking. That playmaker in the secondary, Cole motherfucking Bishop. Okay, listen to me. He was all over the field, and this is what I've been waiting for. You saw flashes his rookie year. He was all over the field. What I was impressed with, right? Between both, it might not show. I think, let me see, how many sacks did Mahomes take? He took 3, but he got beat up all day between Russo, Epinesa, and Joey Bosa. They had him on his back, and they were hitting him the whole game. And that's something that, as a Bills fan, you playing the Chiefs in the regular season playoff, that you haven't seen. They haven't seen them get to Mahomes. They got to Mahomes. They got him rattled up a little bit. Cole Bishop all over the place. But this is the regular season. Of course, it's an important win. But it's troubling that they only won by 7 points with Cook being dominant on the ground. I hated the end of the game. And I guess it's a Sean McDermott thing. They get so passive at the end of the game where it's like instead of stepping on their neck, they're backpedaling, just trying to waste time. And it's like, how many times do you have to go through? If Mahomes get that ball in his hand with a chance, he has a chance. He's proven it to you, whether it's 13 seconds, however many seconds, he can get them down the field and score the ball. So I don't understand the mindset of McDermott and the Buffalo coaching staff where they're not being aggressive. I know you're not trying to lose the game, but at the same time, I just thought they wasn't aggressive enough. I thought they showed too much of their offense. Kansas City right now is out of the playoff hunt, but Kansas City, this is the right time for them to be playing bad ball. They can fix this. I thought I was disappointed that Buffalo didn't go for a receiver today. It was a couple receivers available. I was disappointed that didn't come through. But you got a first-round pick tight end in Kincaid. He showed up today, on Sunday, not today. It's a win. I'm not happy with it. I just feel like Kansas City had too many opportunities. I really do. Of course, Kansas City's still in the top in the AFC until somebody knocks them off in the playoffs. The regular season doesn't matter. But I like what I saw from Bosa. I like what I saw from Bishop, Kincaid. Of course, Shakir be all over the field. You can't say enough about James Cook and his ability to stop, start, and just get through a hole when you're looking at the screen like it's nothing there, and all of a sudden he comes through and he's down the field for 13 yards, 15 yards. He's breaking down the sideline. It's just amazing to watch him run. That is going to be the key for Buffalo going forward, man. Like I said this Sunday, Buffalo, if they're going to win a Super Bowl, it's going to be because Josh Allen has a Superman cape on. But maybe he cut half of it and give it to James Cook. It is not going to be because Sean McDermott dialed up a game plan to beat a team. It's not going to be that. I'm telling you that now. It's not going to be that. It's going to have to be Josh Allen, James Cook, and you get some plays from Bosa.
Right.
Get some plays from Harrison to make some stops. And they did that. I just thought they should have been a little bit more dominant in Orchard Park. So a little disappointed. Before I throw it to you, gentlemen, Jack, Matty Ice come through. Bills did what they needed to do. But let's be honest, they have to do this if they play KC in the playoffs, if KC makes it. I agree with you 100%. Tim comes through with the why he glitched like that. And he's talking about the Bosa play. And like I say, when you see it live, you're like, what the hell are you doing? Go get him. But then if you replay it, you see Kelsey block and then drop into the flat. So I think that's what he was trying to go guard. Tim also said the kicker missed a field goal. Well, he did. Yes, he did. He missed the field goal, which probably would have iced the game. I still thought they wasn't as aggressive. They've been through this before. Like they've been doing this with Kansas City.
Years old.
Yeah, but they've been doing this with Kansas City for 5 years. At some point, you have to be that shark in the water, and you have to smell blood, and you have to put them away. And they got some work to do. So, good win, but they like I said, if I'm Kansas City, I'm sitting back smoking a cigar, taking a drink. I'm not worried about this. Gentleman Jack, I'm gonna pass it to you.
Yeah, no, I thought your Bills played well, BJ. Don't forget about Dalton Kincaid. He was he was a factor. Buffalo's kicker. That's not your starting kicker. Your starting kicker got injured early, right?
I think so. I forgot who the. I'm trying to see who the kicker is. I mean, he had it, and it
He's got this
just.
old dude. He's like 45 years old.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know why I can't find Prater. Matt
But
Prater.
I feel, yes, I feel that Buffalo kept Kansas City at arm's length the whole game. Kept them at arm's length. And I'm sorry, in a matchup like this, that's what I feel you just need to do. Keep them at arm's length. And with a quarterback like Mahomes, you definitely want. I thought the Bills did what they supposed to do. James Cook was cooking. Bosa, he ended up getting a sack though. So I thought Buffalo did what they should do to drop Kansas City to 5-4. I love saying that. And I love that I seen Matty Ice say, if Kansas City makes playoff, I'm still standing by. No playoffs for Kansas City in 2025. Man, I'd rather how'd you like it?
I find it funny because that you the first person I thought of when somebody was talking about the Chiefs schedule because you went hard in the paint. You was like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the sky hook in the paint on this thing of the Chiefs missing the playoffs, and I think you have a chance. And this chance is greater than that. This is like Ted Mosby in the bar with Robin Scherbatsky at How I Met Your Mother. Like that's the kind of chance you got. If you don't get that reference, it's okay. That's very in the box, in the box type of thing. But no, I think what happens is Buffalo does this every year. I think Buffalo is 5-0 against the Chiefs the last couple of years, and this is what they do. So I can't buy into it being the Buffalo experience in the playoffs because you're 5-0 in the regular season, but you're 0-5 or 0-4 in the postseason. So show me who the real Buffalo is. Show me who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know. So there you go.
Real quick, Tim said he said the same thing, Jack. He said before the season, he said KC's wasn't making the playoffs. Look, I've been picking it. Yeah, it's getting there. I just think that their problems.
Two guys. Nice.
I think their problems are fixable, right? Like I said, you went to Orchard Park, 28-21, and you had Mahomes had one of the worst games he's had, completion percentage wise, and they still had a chance to win that game. They can fix this. And until somebody knocks them off the AFC, what are they, AFC West? Until somebody knocks them off of that, that's theirs to lose. They can right the ship. It's you still got a lot of football left. A lot of things can happen. So, good win for Buffalo.
You guys know that we've had I think Andy Reid has some stretch, and we might have to get the interns or the gerbils on it. But I think there's a stretch that Andy Reid has 10 years of dominating the NFC East and 10 years of dominating the AFC West.
Crazy.
And for him, when he calls this his time that he's done with, he's a Hall of Fame coach walking. He walks in to the Hall of Fame easily. Because I've never seen a coach dominate two conferences for 20 years the way he has Yeah.
Real quick, Tim Adams says they
Well,
have
you
no
know-
run game, and the defense has been up and down. And he's talking about Kansas City.
I agree with
Um,
that. I think honestly
No
they
run
probably
game.
like
None.
next year if the second pick, their second round pick or their third round pick is in some running back, I don't care who it is. It could be one of the kids from Penn State.
Mhm.
I don't care who it is, but they need a running back bad.
You want to get from Notre Dame.
Well, they don't know what to do for love. They can try everything.
They
There
know
we
what
go.
go. No, Notre Dame's got the best running backs in the country, in my opinion.
Yeah, I truly agree. But I think he's the guy that's going to end up. If you're serious about your running
And
game,
I don't talk good about that.
I think you taking one of his running backs, that running back, Julian Love or Jordan Love or whatever his first name is. I think he's getting taken in the top 10. But the thing I'm gonna tell you right now, this draft class and what this draft class is gonna be heavy on is linebackers. So when y'all start doing y'all research, look at the linebackers of this group. Ohio State's got 2. Texas A&M has 1. Oklahoma has 1. If you need a linebacker, go ahead and start
A
shopping.
couple of Ohio State. Mm-hmm. They got a couple of Ohio State too.
Tim checking there. He said all the wide receivers weigh 150 pounds. They need something. He talking about Kansas City.
Worthy is like the ass.
It's true, but if they just like if they get past you, that's it. I mean, they got Travis underneath. So I know he wearing down and he coming to the end of his career, but he's still Travis Kelce. So
now,
gentlemen,
Rashee Rice is bringing the thickness. You know what I'm saying? He did, apple bottom jeans with the boots with the fur guy.
Gentlemen, the last game on our slate.
The
Seattle Seahawks come to Northwest Financial Field, whatever it's called now, and they drop one on the Commanders 38-14. It's so much to process in this game. Look, it real quick for me, it was a debacle. If y'all want some stats, let me give you some stats.
No, I know stats. It was like 23
no. Let me see. For the Seahawks, Joe Montana, 21-24, 330, 4 touchdowns and an interception. And I'm talking about Sam Darnold. They didn't do anything on the ground. Walker had 11 for 42. JSN 8 for 129. He didn't get in the end zone. Horton did 4 receptions, 2 touchdowns. White 1 touchdown. Yeah. So the Commanders, J5, 16-22, 153. Interception. We'll talk about him being out and done for the season. Rodriguez, 12 for 65. Daniels behind him, 10 for 51. Bill, 12 for 28, 12 for 38. Zach Ertz was your leading receiver, 4 receptions for 46 yards. Debo had 4, 5 for 41. And he only had 1 rush for 3 yards. So, gentlemen, this season's over. I know I'm saying the obvious, but this season's over. It's talent evaluation time. It's time to. I think you shut Terry down for the season now. There's no point in bringing him back out there. You shut him down for the season. There's a couple guys that I think Lattimore's done for the season.
Yep, Lattimore has a ACL tear.
And McCaffrey's done for the season.
Yep.
He has a broken collarbone.
Yeah, it's just time to shut it
What
down.
happened to McCaffrey?
He broke his collarbone on the first play of the game.
Yeah.
And Louisville.
Yep. Jack, I'm gonna throw.
Yeah, that's right. I tell you, man, I was so disgusted. I went and did yard work second half, man. It kind of felt like 3 years ago the way I used to watch this Washington team. I know we got injuries, but we also got I don't know. It seems like lack of talent. None of the youngins are stepping up. I thought Johnny Newton was stepping up for a while, and then he slowed down. Thought McCaffrey was going to be solid. Then he gets hurt. Our wide receivers, McLaurin and Debo, they constantly jumping back and forth from injury to playing to injury. This has just been a shock to me because I trusted the process. I trust the system. I trust the management. I thought we were definitely going in the right way. I did not expect a losing season this year. I want to say I predicted 10 wins. I want to say if that's correct, 10 wins this year for them. Not saying it's out of the realm, but they'd have to go on a hell of a run to get 10 wins. Looking at 3-6 right now. And if you look at the stats from this damn game, Seattle just dominated. 418 total yards to 290 for Washington. But Washington had huge rushing yards, 157 rushing yards. Everything else is just bad. Total plays. Seattle did all this in just 48 plays. 48 plays put up 38 points. Washington played 62 plays, puts up 14 points. So, I mean, the fumble, the interceptions, you can't turn the rock over in the NFL because they're going to make you pay. So, Washington, with their turnover percentage or ratio, it's not a good one. I want to say they're ranked 30th in takeaways, and that's not going to give you a winning team if you can't win the turnover battle. And Washington cannot win that. And Washington, I thought, was going to get some get right coming home, Northwest Stadium. Art Monk up in the crib. Legendary Art Monk Day. And they just shit the bed, man. That's all I'm going to call it. Washington shit the bed. And I don't feel they should have lost that damn bad, even with the team we put out there. So, yeah, Washington, they packing their bags and chilling now, I assume. 3-6, that's going to be a hard one. But, if you look at these divisions, man, AFC North, 3 games from last to first. The AFC West, same thing, 3 games from last to first. The NFC East, Philly's just running away with it. But I don't think a wild card's coming from out of there. So if Washington or Dallas want to get some shit done, they got to win the NFC East. There's no wild card coming out of the NFC East, I don't think. So that's what I got about this game. I was disgusted. It made me feel like 2022 all over again. Minarada.
I think the problem right now is there's a talent thing or a talent.
I put you to sleep?
Nah, you didn't put me to sleep. I just got comfortable because you made all the right points. I think the problem with this team is we haven't found the right mix, and I think the problem is the number of games missed because of injury is killing us.
Yeah,
and killing us on the levels of where we would have had depth if we were better drafting earlier. Because if you draft the Gonzalez kid out of New England, you don't need to make a trade for a lot of more. You know what I'm saying? Like there are these situations and there are these ifs and buts and things that I think change the dynamic of this ball club. But when Sam Darnold can come out and actually play like a great quarterback, I got nothing to say. I think he was like 14 or 14 or 15. Like he was perfect in the first half, and they had 28 points. at that point, I mean, it was like, yeah, turn off the lights, the party's over. And we tried to fight, and they tried to come back into it, and then one of the casualties was Jayden, and I don't know if I truly am comfortable enough with saying, "Oh, Jayden shouldn't have been in there," because that drive started with 12 minutes on the clock. So I don't just go, "Oh,
Thank you.
no, the
Yeah,
result
somebody
is the
said it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if
Somebody
he
said it.
falls a different way, we don't care about what happened just then in that moment, if that makes sense. So 18 of 18 to start. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
but what do you see, guys, out of Washington?
I don't know if there's
What do
hope or
y'all
not.
see out of Washington's remaining games? We're gonna go. Detroit's coming to town.
That's
Yeah.
a loss.
Detroit's coming to town. What do you think?
Problem.
Just quick, yes or no? Then we go to Miami. We should get a win there.
Maybe.
Denver comes to town. Ugh.
Yeah,
Loss.
maybe.
Then we go to Minnesota.
Loss.
Maybe. Like,
Then
this
we go
is
to New York Giants.
Jack. You can't like you're looking for a needle in a haystack. You know what I'm saying?
I am.
A heart is a house for love. But this is a tough place that we're in right now. We looking. You know what? I'll say it in the Buckwheat, Eddie Murphy series. We looking for nub, and when I say nub, I'm talking about wins in all the wrong places.
All the wrong places.
So I think they just gotta finish up the best they can, and we go from there.
You couldn't make those.
Well, gentlemen, that wraps up
Yep.
the nickel. That wraps up NFL. We did the list. We did JC's top 10. Oh, real quick. Shout out to Coach Devon, his Laurel Spartans, this Thursday, going up to Blake for their playoff game. So you got to go up and support. Yeah, is it 6:30? 6:37?
I think it's 6:30.
Okay, go up, support the
Where's
300.
Blake? Where's Blake?
I think Blake is off in Norbeck Road, Montgomery County. I think that's Blake.
Yeah,
I think that's Blake. So
Yeah,
definitely.
Norbeck Country Club.
Oh yeah, what you know about that, Jack? What you know about that?
Shit.
But definitely
That's
shows
a hilly
support.
court.
Yeah. For Coach Powell, Laurel Spartans up there this Thursday coming up. I'll be up there. So great show, fellas. We've been on here for almost 2 hours burning the evening oil. And we gotta wrap this thing up, man. We can't say that don't do no overtime line tonight. We can't say that tonight.
Yeah, but before we go, tomorrow night we got Nothing But Net in its time slot. I think it's 7:30.
7:30.
Yeah, C. Perry and myself, and then we got in the passenger seat with the gentleman Jack Carr, doing it the only way he can and the only way he will do it. Then I think the next night we got the Thursday night throwdown.
Thursday night throwdown, 7:15.
7:15. So we got you covered for the next 3 shows. Yo, give us some love, man. We appreciate everybody in the comments. We appreciate the comments and
Tim, Anthony, Matty Ice.
Yo, that's what I forgot. I'm sorry. Let's give some love because tonight,
correspondent.
Earlier tonight, we had Matty Ice doing it in his Tuesday spot at 5 o'clock. Him, Scooter, and Sarah. Sarah had some technical difficulties, but like they give you a little bit of everything. Like if you want Dancing with the Stars, it's just anything and everything you want. They give it to you. Scooter's gonna have a random reference. They're gonna talk about the Hartford Whalers jerseys. You just comfortable with just having a group of guys talking to you about just stuff that they know and stuff that they like. check out the Drive Time, 5 p.m. I think it's only through the rest of the year. And then tomorrow night, yo, I don't know anybody that does the interview show better than my man, Gentleman Jack. And I say that honestly and wholeheartedly. Like tomorrow night with the coach from McNamara, we gotta make sure his Wi-Fi good. But if we can get his Wi-Fi good, he gonna have a great show. So let's make it happen, baby. Cause this is what we do. You are rocking with the Sideline Junkies, and what we do is we do dope shit all the time. For the Gentleman Jack, for the Boss Man B, I'm the Midnight Rider, and we do dope shit all the time. And we are
And
out of
entertaining.
here.